Remember, everyone has a unique journey to their career path. Your story is what will help you stand out amongst the crowd of other applicants. So let's get started. So you've decided Sweden is the place to kickstart your career. Great choice. But how do you actually land that dream job here? There's a lot of advice out there about how to write the best CV, optimizing your LinkedIn, and making yourself stand out to recruiters. It can be overwhelming, but don't worry. We've broken it down into 3 key areas to help you present your experience in the best way possible for the Swedish job market: CV, LinkedIn, and how to put it all together. Let's start with your CV, because first impressions matter. Aim to have a CV that's at most 1 A4 page in length. This isn't necessarily a golden rule for all CVs. If you're applying for positions that require more in-depth information from you, then a longer CV might be necessary. A good rule of thumb is to keep it relevant to the position that you're applying for and fine-tuning your CV to be specific to each position. Only include the essentials so employers and recruiters can see why you're the perfect person for the job in just a few seconds. There's no expectation that you should include a picture, it won't be thrown out, but just make sure the picture is professional. Some standard sections that employers and recruiters will expect to see on your CV include name, contact details, including your email, phone number, and LinkedIn profile, experience. Here you can include leadership roles, relevant volunteer positions, or research and thesis work. And this should be in reverse chronological order. Start with your most recent experience first and list experiences backwards in time from there. And education. Your education should also be in reverse chronological order. You don't have to include secondary education like high school unless it's relevant for the job. Now, once you have the basics of the CV, you should highlight the skills you bring to the job, software you're proficient in, languages you speak, and other things that you think might be valuable and relevant. Some tips for Swedish CVs are: whatever recruitment platform you use, identify keywords in a job advertisement. Match your skills and experience to the keywords to optimize your connection. Don't forget to keep it real though. You shouldn't stuff keywords in just for the sake of it. Be specific. If you can, connect your experiences to specific impacts you made in the context of your experience. When talking about your experience, focus on your ability to work as a team or support others, rather than chest thumping. And focus on your why into the cover letter to keep the CV clean. Keep the layout simple and easy to read. Try to avoid special characters, graphics, and formats. Choose a classic and easy to read font. Use standard titles like experience or work experience, education, and skills. And once you've set your CV, test it out. Sometimes, when applying for jobs, your CV will be read by something called an Applicant Tracking System, or ATS. This is a machine to pick out the CVs that will be most relevant for the employer to review. A majority of large and medium-sized companies use ATS systems, whereas smaller companies tend to do recruitment manually. Regardless, some basic tips to optimize your CV for ATS can help you fine-tune your CV for employers of any size. If ATS is new to you, a quick scan for free ATS scan will give you a ton of tools that you can use for tips and tricks on further optimizing your CV for an ATS. Remember, whether the company you're applying for uses an ATS or not, your CV will eventually land on the desk of a human. Try to strike a balance between optimized while still telling your story. While an optimized CV is crucial for the job search, it's safe to say that the Swedish way of doing it right starts and ends with LinkedIn. That's not to say that all companies in Sweden use LinkedIn, but there's a solid chance that you can find both interesting companies and specific jobs on the platform. Your LinkedIn profile is basically a copy of your CV that you built in the last section, but customized for the platform. With this in mind, a great first start is to create a profile. Once you're set up, start adding people to your network. Colleagues, friends, professional contacts, former teachers, you name it. It's up to you who you add on LinkedIn, but think about how well you know a person before adding them. You don't have to send every connection request possible, but having an up-to-date profile that's well thought out will help you make a good first impression always. We'll talk about networking in a separate video. There are different sections on your LinkedIn profile that are important to fill out. Your photos should look as professional as possible. Try to avoid selfies and aim for a simple background. This photo will be the first impression that connections have of you. Your headline appears right under your profile picture and is your elevator pitch that people can see when you show up on searches. Keep it short and to the point. Your About section is a longer version of your headline. Here you can write 2 or 3 sentences that summarize your experience, education, and achievements. But it's also a chance to show a bit of who you are. What are your passions? What motivates you? In Experiences, this is where you can list your work experience. If you're just starting out in your career, you can think about alternate ways to package your profile, just like in your CV. You can list volunteer and internship experiences, as well as other experiences that may be relevant for an employer. In contrast to your CV, LinkedIn allows you to present a much fuller picture of your work and education history. It's also a great way to demonstrate your professional journey and provide more content than a one-page CV might allow for. Whether you went on sabbatical for a year or had multiple promotions, you can get detailed. For your education, this can differ slightly depending on where you are in your career. Just finished your master's degree? You'll want to list your bachelor's degree and ongoing master's studies. You can even add your expected finishing date. Just finished your bachelor's? You should list your high school qualifications and your ongoing bachelor's studies. Don't be afraid to start building up your LinkedIn profile at the beginning of your studies. Now, you might have graduated 20 years ago or just last year. Regardless of your education level or where you were last in the classroom, it's important to have a full picture of your education. A majority of jobs in Sweden require some sort of official degree or licensing, and by listing all of your education achievements in your profile, you give potential connections a direct view into your qualifications. If you've completed any online certifications outside of your academic studies, this is the place to list them. Additional courses can add that extra oomph, especially when they're related to the role or types of roles you're applying for. When searching for jobs, look at the required certifications on different advertisements. If possible, you can look into gaining the same certifications to boost your profile. Think about your skills related to your experience and education. Again, if you're lacking in concrete work experience, you can think about the skills you've gained through your studies. Sweden is a globalized country, and the more languages you speak, the more doors you can open, both in terms of employment and other networking opportunities. It's important to be completely honest about your level of proficiency, though. For example, if you have limited Swedish proficiency, don't write that you're fluent. This could cause some problems down the line. But if you're taking language classes, include that information. Ultimately, being your honest self is the best way to sell your profile. Packaging your profile and experience in the context of your home country can be complicated enough, but translating it into a Swedish context can present its own challenges. You may feel that you don't have a ton of experience to fill your profile with if you're just at the start of your career. Whether it's a volunteering experience, a student union, or your thesis work, there's no experience too small to include, as long as you can present it in a way that's relevant for the positions you're interested in. Remember, everyone has a unique journey to their career path. Your story is what will help you stand out amongst the crowd of other applicants. So let's get started.